What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the lecture demo. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate you. You guys are new to this channel. We talk about water, we talk about food, shelter, and transportation. And today we're going to talk about water. Today is really exciting. We got all this stuff going on with the people here in the US, killing black people and all that negative stuff. If you're tired of hearing that, you want to hear something about something positive, something that we can do. After you finish this video, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. You're gonna be pumped up like I am, hopefully. So we're going to go right straight to it. Let me pull up this channel right here. All right. So we're going to start with the this whole topic here is going to be about rain catchment. So we're going to talk about, let's see if I could find it. Here we go. So we're going to talk about capturing Sierra Leone rainwater. So we know about the rain season because it's getting ready to start right now. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to upload this video, because soon it's going to start raining. We're going to be seeing pictures of this in the internet. You're going to see all this rain, and then of course we have dry season. So the question is, why do we have this when we have this? And we all know about this. We know this is not anything new, but I want to discuss exactly how much rain we've got. We know we have a lot of rain, but let's put it in perspective. So we're going to go straight to the US. Okay, so this is the US, right? And then if you notice, the darker the color is, the more rain. So over here, like in these areas of Seattle, we've been known as the rainy city. And down south, the Alabama and Florida, that's known for areas that got rain. So the most rain that we've got in the U.S. is around the Seattle area, and that's about it says over 80. So that's about 80. It's about about 6.5 feet of rain. We'll talk about what that means, 6.5 feet. And then most of the country is 60 to 80. So that's about 5 to 6.5 feet of rain. Okay, that's how much rain we got over here. Now, nobody talks about the U.S. U.S. has rain and blah blah blah. Well, let's talk about Africa. Let's talk about Sierra Leone in particular. Okay, so let's click on here. All right, so let me zoom in. This is what we got in Sierra Leone. Now, and this is a lot of people when they do the geography, they hear about this, but I have to put this in a perspective. Okay, so look, let me zoom in real quick. This is Sierra Leone right over here. You notice, look at the color. It's dark, all right? And look at the whole of Africa. Besides the island over here, the whole of Africa doesn't have this unique blessing. I call it a blessing, and I'll talk about this a little bit more. Very few places in the whole of Africa has this. We have the natural resources that a lot of other people don't have. Now, what does this dark purple mean? This dark purple mean, look at the code here, it's more than 3,000 millimeters. Now, 3,000 millimeters, that is equal to 10 feet. 10 feet of rain, all right? Okay, so the U.S., the most rain that we get is somewhere between 6.5 to 8 feet, okay? And that's 6.5 to 8 feet. And then we supposedly, now, why is this possible? I thought they say Africa doesn't have any rain. We don't have any rain, and that's why we're struggling. Well, we've got almost 10 times as much rain as the people in the United States. Okay, so what does this mean? So we're going to go straight to here, and it's going to be a challenge. So if you have a container like this is a 3,000 gallon container. And actually, no, this is actually a 600 gallon container. So this is a 600 gallon container, and this is your standard person. So it's about this is about 5 to 6 feet. When you say you have an annual rainfall of 10 feet, that means that in 1 year, this thing is going to fill up plus 4 feet. So this is only 6 feet. Okay, so this is my challenge. I'm challenging everybody to do what I call a standalone system. All right, and hold on now, you're probably wondering, oh, by the way, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, because I'm telling you, what's coming, you're not going to hear anywhere else. Now hold on 1 second, just bear with me. Now you're wondering, okay, So what's the standalone system? First of all, where we're going to have the money, and all this stuff. But first of all, we know this could be done. Okay, we know, and if you live in Sierra Leone, you know if you have a 6,000 gallon, actually any kind of storage tank that you got, if you open it up, it's going to fill up because I've told you how much rain we've got. We've got over 10 feet of rain. So that means that any tank, as long as it's 10 feet or less, it's going to overflow. Okay, and sometimes you could even go as far as 20 feet. Sometimes you've seen rains up to 20 feet. So any tank, this tank is only about 5 to 6 feet because you see the guy right here. So as long as you open up the top or make some kind of little standalone system. Now in the U.S. and everywhere else, you have to put this on your roof so you can collect the water and then put it in the tank. You don't have to do that in Sierra Leone. All right. So this is what I'm going to call. I actually call it Operation GMW. I call it Operation GMW. Now you ask me, what the heck is Operation GMW? Well, it's called Operation Give Me Water. Operation Give Me Water, meaning that Operation Give Me Water. Now you probably wonder, well, Dan, Brother Dan, where are you going with this stuff? Okay, I'm gonna go back in history. Remember this guy right here? This was the first Okada that came to Freetown. And some people say it came from Nigeria, or the Nigerian started, but it doesn't matter, right? And people say, man, you're crazy, this is a crazy business. Who's going to write this thing, right? Well, you know what the history is. Okay, so now we've got this right here. And I'll get to that picture later. We've got all this stuff right here, right? Everybody and the mama now has Okada because it's a good business. And the government is not. This is called human empowerment, human capitalism. This is done by the entrepreneurs. The government can and will do what it can do, but certain things we have to do by our own empowerment. Just like the Okada. This is the Okada industry. This is in Freetown. Now you have so many motorcycles. Now you can't get rid of it. And where did this come from? It came from this one guy here that we were laughing. This one guy, we were laughing at this guy. This idiot with the motorcycle. And then all of a sudden, the guy was profitable. He started making money, and guess what? Everybody and the mama had everybody and the mama has motorcycles. Now, one person, in the midst of all the motorcycles, one person said, you know what? This thing is too risky. I'm going to come up with a three-wheel motorcycle. Now, guys, you know where I'm going with this, right? Because you've seen the picture. Yes. So now everybody and their let's see if I got that picture here. So everybody and their mama now has what we call a keke. And as soon as I pull up that picture, there we go. I know I had it somewhere. So now everybody, this is in Freetown. Now everybody's got keke. You got, of course, you got the names on it like Nice Man and everything. And again, where did this come from? This didn't come from the government. This came from entrepreneurship. This came from something that makes sense. People empowerment, human capitalism. So why am I saying all this? Why am I talking about motorcycles like this? Why am I talking about this? Why am I showing you these pictures? This is done because of opportunity, because people saw it as a good business model and they could do it. So I am going to say right now that we know how much rain we've got in Sierra Leone, because I'll show you this picture, right? We know how much rain we got in Sierra Leone. We know water is the most important stuff that we need. It's not transportation. Without water, you can't drink, you can't cook, you can't clean yourself. Water is the most important thing in the whole world. We are 98% water. And we've seen the data right here. We've got more water than any place else in Africa. Just the only place that will come close is this other country right here that is next to us. Okay? But most people in Africa can't even touch us with water. This is a blessing. So because of that, I am challenging everybody to do this. I call it a standalone system. Okay? I call it Operation GMW. Operation Give Me Water. All you need is just to get a tank, get one of those, I guess they call it the Milan tanks. You get it, you put it in your house or wherever it is. You don't even need a rain catchment. You just basically put it to a little uh, um, uh, I guess a lid at the top or a Casper lid, and that water would actually come in here and it would fill up. And you know that because people in Freetown already have this, and um, um, they can pretty much back up my claim here that when they have the system, this system fills up to the top every rain season. Then what you could do is make your own business and then sell that water to people who are in need, just like you did with the keke business, just like you did with the Okada business. Okay, this is all human capitalism. So that's my challenge today. Um, of course, my dream is to have even more of these, like these little. If you could even make a nice system like this, where you have these little rain towers, and you could basically tap into it. You could see it here, and then you could just basically sell the water. And the reason why I'm telling you all this, because you guys know about my project, the Sierra Leone new village construction that's already starting right now. And this little funny looking thing here is going to be a rain catchment tank, and this is just a one version. It may change slightly by the time we finish it. And so of course it looks like this, and this is going to be water being sold back to the community. All right. So I'm going to challenge you guys one more time, and I'm going to show you this picture here. This is the main picture that you saw. Yeah. So capturing Sierra Leone's rainwater. We have all this rain during the rain season, but then again in dry season we have this. Okay. I'm going to challenge everybody. Said I'm going to get ready to do it too, but I can't do it myself. I'm going to challenge everybody to do this Operation GMW, Operation Gimme Water. We have this rain. It's a blessing. They said, I've already shown it to you. I'm gonna show it to you one more time in case you didn't see it the first time. Look at all this rain that we got. Look at what we're right here, guys. In case you're not too familiar with the map of Sierra Leone, we're right here. And look at that color, that dark purple color. That's unique. Look at the whole African continent. Only very few people have that rain. So take advantage of the blessing, because we know. Let's go back to something here. We know about the water problems that we've got. Um, let's see. Yeah, so I don't have to tell you. Just Google Freetown rains. You've seen all of the problems we've had. The mudslide, all the problems that we've had. This curse is actually a blessing. God has blessed us with this water and has blessed us for years. But then we just have to take advantage of it. Okay, yes, it's a problem. We know it's a problem. I don't have to tell you it's a problem, but it's also a blessing. Nobody else has this amount of water. So, if in a recap, I just want to challenge everybody with the challenge right here. Just open it up again. Here it is. This standalone system. Get a tank, just like you've done with the Okada, just like you've done the KK. It's your own business. We've got 3 to 4 months of rain. Get as many tanks as you want. Any tank you could have in Sierra Leone, no matter how big it is. It could be filled up with water. And that reminds me. Let me see if I have this. Yeah. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to even go big, this is a tank right here. It's actually open, and this is actually a 7 million gallon tank. We know this is possible because the American Embassy, they've done this. They put their tank. I think it was. You correct me if I'm wrong enough to check, but I think it's like 1 or 2 million gallons. This is 7 million gallons. Any tank that you could put in Sierra Leone, and you could open it, because right now, let me zoom in real quick, guys. Let me show you something. See right here. This right here is not even. It's probably about 12 feet. Okay. The amount of rain we have in Sierra Leone, as I said, we have over 10 feet of rain. If you open this up, it's gonna probably overflow. You probably have to put an overflow here. So, and this is 7 million gallons. So Guma Valley is like a certain place in Freetown. We could bring Guma Valley to you. Guma Valley, by the way, that reminds me, I'm gonna talk. There's an old phrase in Sierra Leone, and people are gonna laugh when they hear this because they don't use it this way. It says, rain not for them, now one man in Osh. Well, actually, it says rain not for them, now one man in Vermont. Because what that means that, it originally means that, hey, if you're having problems, you should help somebody because you may have some problems yourself, right? That's the original meaning. But it actually means literally that rain not the for na one man in os, meaning that we're not the for na one man in domot. So that what that means is that everybody's door has rain. So you don't have to have a long line or long pipe to go to the main city line. You could have rain your own self. You could have your self-sufficiency rain. And if you have enough money to make a tank like this as a business, that's a huge business. You have enough rain, just like the American embassy, to sell water to the rest of the city. We have that rain capability. Nobody else is going to tell you this because it's not their interest. The Western world is not going to tell you this. It's not their interest. We watched it, we studied in geography, but sometimes we take it for granted. We have a unique amount of rain that's unique in the whole African continent. So let's use it. So we could start small, a small standalone system, get a tank like this, and start with that for your own self, your own waters, like your keke and your okada. And then as you get more money, you can make it bigger. In fact, if you get say 8 of these, one tank for every month, then that's you got enough water for the whole year. Because I guarantee you, no matter how many of these you have, it's going to be filled up during the rainy season because we know that because we've seen the pictures. So again, I just want to say thanks for you guys are watching. If you guys like this conversation and you think it makes sense because we've done it with the Okada and we've done it with the Keke, please give me a thumbs up on this video, and I'd like to see your comments. And guess what? I will see you guys later. Thanks.